Oh, boy. I guess it's time for more Toucher and Hardy on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Oh, is it time for a fun list?
Yeah, he forgot that we had a list open.
No, I didn't forget that we had a list. I just forgot what thing I put the list in.
We've got a list. We got another list. A list you can't resist. Cause we've got lists and lists and lists. List.
Oh, yes, we have lists. It's very exciting. A big-time list. The internet loves lists. They put them up like there's nobody's business.
Listicles.
They were a big... listen, that's where we found out about Castle Island's fries. When the station's internet strategy was... the company's internet strategy was just to pump out content regardless of quality.
What if it's crap?
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
And you got things like the Castle Island. You have to have the fries with vinegar or don't. They're great either way.
Yeah.
Lines like that. And now with AI, I mean, you really could have been. That was just pre-AI. Now if it was just pumping out stuff.
Jeez, can you imagine?
Holy moly. I mean,
easy.
it'd take you 10 seconds of work every day. You had to write those by hand at the time.
Well, somebody put some thought into this, in some cases not quite enough, as Consequence has come up with the best guitar riffs of the 21st century so far. Obviously, we're only 26 years or so into the 21st century, but they have come up with what they feel are the best guitar riffs from popular and rock music so far. And it would be one thing to just sit here and try and guess what they are, but it would be much more fun to have young Nicholas provide his own version of said best guitar riff and see if you are able to identify what guitar riff he is performing.
I don't like when they do these lists based on the last 25 years because it makes me feel old.
You're gonna know a lot more of these than you think.
No, I know I will, but it's just that when you think of great guitar riffs, your mind harkens back to before the turn of the century generally. You think, I mean, of the era of classic rock and metal. Those are very riff-based, genres. It's not that way anymore, but I will do my best.
Now, the first one is an absolute layup, just to give you an idea of how this game is going to go. Fred, if I were you, I would acquiesce to John on all of these because I'm guessing you're going to get every single one.
Okay, very
So
good.
it's really more of a contest for John. Okay, but John, you'll get this one right away.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, I should have mentioned that young Nicholas's baby was with him while he was recording these, so you'll hear the baby crying and cooing in the background.
What's going on with Nicholas with that baby?
All right.
It's like they can't handle it. It seems to be causing a lot of problems.
Can I get 5 minutes to myself? No, take the baby.
Yeah, it's just like
It's all about the baby.
Well, it's the baby's
Come look
exquisite.
at the baby.
The baby's what was it? Exquisite that he said.
Yeah.
Come look at the baby.
Breathtaking.
Breathtaking. The baby's breathtaking. All right.
It's okay. It's okay. 7 Nation on it.
There you go.
Don't wanna hear about it.
It's okay. It's okay.
You got to tell the baby it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the baby's a little confused, and then you go, it's okay, and the baby's like, huh? Yeah, Dad says it's okay.
Sure, and everything is all right. All right, very good, Jonathan.
The chaos of this home isn't... Certainly, I'd like to meet my paternal grandfather if I could, sir. Mm-hmm. Is what I would like to do, if I could.
My grandfather is a strange.
If you'd like to...
Strange! Strange!
Strange.
Nicholas, it's not okay! Ah!
I am estranged from my father.
Ah! Oh, stray. Ah! That's not the baby. That's your soul. Ah! Yeah, Nicholas. Let me see the baby. Come on, Nicholas. Come to the North End.
Father's Day's coming up.
Oh, that's right. Don't forget to send a card or call, like I did. And I'm an only child.
It was related to me last night that I'll actually be in that wedding in the Ozarks for
cool.
Father's Day weekend, which also happens to be U.S. Open weekend. So traveling on Friday during round 2, wedding on Saturday, round 3,
Yeah.
and traveling back late Sunday.
I'm sure
probably getting on the airplane, no access to a television right as the leaders are
there are
coming up 18.
TVs. There are TVs at the Branson airport. You should be able to watch just fine.
What network is the game?
NBC, generally, U.S. Open.
Because there's always a network the plane doesn't have live access.
Well, especially the planes that you have to take in and out of the heartland. A lot of
well,
those
if you're
don't
flying out of the Ozark, the flight that you take to get to the real airports, it will most certainly is not going to have televisions on it.
All right, Jonathan, see if you can get this one.
I know their song. I can't.
I know it.
It sounds like one at the beginning, but that's not it.
Oh, it's not.
It's what do you think it is?
Green Day.
It is not.
See, that I would have gotten there, but it's not Green Day. I don't know.
Can we give them a hint, Hardy?
Sure.
This was on a very popular playlist last week that was circulating.
A lot of these songs were.
All right.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
On a Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini playlist.
That's Papa Roach then.
It's okay. It's okay.
So the last resort that the guy from Papa Roach is singing about is suicide, and Diana Rossini put that on her Spotify playlist for Mike Vrabel, which is, she said, here's my loving playlist, here's a little song about suicide, which would be a bit of a red flag.
Or it has been theorized that half the songs were Diana's and the other half were Mike's, which makes it even more romantic.
But what brain dead idiot puts Papa Roach's last resort on a playlist for their lover?
Well, either Mike Vrabel or Diana Rossini. I'm not sure which one.
It's not someone. It's not a patron of the arts. I can tell you that much.
Well, Jonathan, as a means to get you another point here, another song from said playlist.
Jesus, I can't think of it.
Oh my God!
I can't.
John, that's easy.
I know it's easy, and for some reason I'm blanking on it.
It played constantly.
I know.
It's horrible. I can tell you, it's a terrible, terrible song.
What is it? What is it? Why can't I think of this?
I'm almost would just sit here in silence until you do. I mean, it's almost impossible that you don't know that song.
Of course, I know the song for some reason.
What band? I mean, just say the band. It's easy. They're omnipresent. It never stops.
Foo Fighters.
Nah, that's not a bad guess. But it's the other band that's omnipresent. There's 2 rock bands. They're older than me.
And
both of them. One's the Foo Fighters. The other one's what? The Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're older than me. I didn't mean to say it there.
Yeah,
but, yeah, that's...
It's okay. It's okay.
And then you think the song, you hear that, and you go, well, why is the song so bad? And you go, well, you haven't heard the singer. And then he comes in.
Yeah.
That band could have been... Imagine like if Mike Patton was the singer of the Red Hot Chili
They
Peppers.
had an actual guy who could
They
sing.
were part of the same scene, kind
Well,
of.
no, they weren't, and they hate each other. They Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's true.
Kept Faith No More off of many tours because Mike Patton was making fun of him, and he would pee on. My parent was a bit of a fecophiliac. He would put poo in the hair dryers at hotels. So when you pulled out the hair dryer, and he would pee on things like the lyric sheets of bands. And then, so Mr. Bungle did a show in Detroit where they...
Sounds like one of those guys that's leaving time on the microwave. That is a frat boy style prank right there.
Well, he would leave poo in the microwave. That's another thing that he did.
But he would also leave a couple of seconds left on the timer.
Yes,
yeah,
that's exactly what he would do.
Added prank.
So he was that, and so they played in Detroit, and they did a set entirely on Halloween as the Red Hot Chili Peppers, including using syringes and things like that to mock them. And then Anthony Kiedis got Mr. Bungle kicked off of all these festival dates. So they really don't like each other. And they did not come out of the same scene, you idiot. The Faith No More is a Northern California band. I roll.
John, one of the bands that Fred mentioned there is he was desperately trying to give you a point in this game. That's the band that you will hear now.
That's Foo Fighters.
What song?
Yeah, we know
All My
that.
Life.
Wow!
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Just have Nick do this forever.
Well, the baby fell asleep. He's almost doing the bass in that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it okay? How would I know?
You say
Through
bass?
the looking glass.
You say bass, Fred? I got a little bass here for you.
Lust for Life.
I actually think I might have this one. Is this Jet?
Wow.
What's the name of the song? Hang on.
So I went through a thing with the station when there was a band I really didn't want to interview. I would have my fiance interview them.
Yeah.
And she interviewed Jet, and she just said, do you get any money from stealing it from Iggy Pop? Like, from the Stooges, did they give it? That was the only question she asked him. She said, I mean, this is just how that got recorded and put out for mass sale. I mean, it's Lust for Life. It just is.
How does George Harrison get sued, but Jet doesn't?
I mean, that's just Lust for Life. The drum is the same. The bass is the same. It's the same song. It's the same recording technique. Everything is the same.
Now, I will be very impressed if John gets this one. Foo Fighters, All My Life, a song that gets played at Bruins games, I believe, still.
All right.
Another song that gets played at Bruins games. If you get the title, I'll be impressed.
It's Audio Slave.
Yes.
Cochise.
Wow.
It's okay. It's okay.
Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, da, 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 da. Let me see the baby. Ah, da, 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 da. Where is strange? Wah, da, 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 da. Coaches. More like no peace for your father.
No pace.
No peace.
John, you're doing much better than I thought you would. You get a chance to bring it all home here.
What's it matter?
I would say
Nothing matters. Nothing matters.
John getting this right, plus 550.
All right.
Oh, I know that. The band has been mentioned on the show today.
Let me see the baby.
I don't know this one.
Josh Homme, lead singer.
No, still.
Dave Grohl plays drums on this song.
Nirvana.
There's no homie. I want the baby to be my homie. Nicholas. Let me see it.
Fred, song.
I'm in character.
That is Queens of the Stone Age, No One Knows. Which is a song I don't mind, which made it a real standout in the BCN playlist. I have trouble getting through a Queens of the Stone Age album all the way. For some reason, I don't find it to be easily listenable in succession. I like their songs sporadic.
Yeah. Kind of spoon-fed every once in a while.
Yeah, it's a little much of the same when it's all together. I think he's very talented, but nonetheless.
It's okay.
Congratulations, John. You did pretty well.
Go to sleep, yeah, rockabye baby. On the treetop. A treetop without your grandfather. That's strange.
All right. Well, Nicholas, Father's Day is coming up. Get on that. All right. Fluto Shinzawa. I read him all the time, and in The Athletic, he has his grades of season-ending grades for the Boston Bruins, and he can kind of predict the future of this team. We will have that in just a moment.
It's okay.
Kaboom! Do we all just take acid? It's unbelievable.
Toucher and Hart. What's he talking about?
Like you, Fred. I'm not worried.
Hey, we are Toucher and Hardy. Fluto Shinzawa, senior NHL writer for The Athletic. He covers the Boston Bruins. The season's over. The offseason is about to get underway. And Fluto has his report card out for this year's Boston Bruins. Fluto, thank you for joining us, sir.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
He's there. We're good.
Fluto?
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. So let's start with Jeremy Swayman. You're very, very, you very much approve of the way that he played this season, and you believe the Olympics had something to do with his confidence. Kind of break down his season for us.
You could look at the Olympics, Fred. You could even look back to last offseason around this time when Jeremy is overseas with Team USA with the World Championship. Now, granted, it's not the biggest tournament. In fact, nobody wants to be in that tournament because what does that usually say? It usually says that you either didn't make the playoffs or got knocked out early. So, but it was a heck of an opportunity for Jeremy to regain some traction, compete with Joey Decord for the starting job with Team USA, and then ultimately win it and help the Americans win gold at that tournament. And that gave Jeremy just so much clarity on who he was and what he is capable of doing. And that just put everything right for him. And then we all saw what happened is that he was a top 3 goalie. And he might win the Vezina. He was. How many times did we hear Marco Sturm say it? That this is where would this team have been in terms of playoff position without Jeremy and Jonas Korpisalo? They'd be out of it, just because he was that significant of a difference maker, Jeremy. And it's at that position, it's such a luxury for a coach to have a goalie that can steal games and take goals off the scoreboard, which he consistently did from A to Z. And granted, he couldn't do it in the playoffs, but I think that we saw the delta there in terms of just the chance quality that Buffalo was getting versus what the Bruins were getting, first on Luukkonen and then on Lyon. So, yeah, full marks to Jeremy, just a spectacular turnaround season. I think we all saw it coming just because there was no real data in his history in terms of performing as poorly as he did last year. But you can also understand why he did last year, just because of all those circumstances. You trade his partner. He has a contract negotiation. He misses all of camp. The team stinks. So, yeah, it all adds up, and it all adds up to why he was able to recover, and good for him.
Yeah, Fluto, I was just going to ask you about that, whether or not at the beginning of the season you felt that way. And I agree with you that maybe there just wasn't enough data there, but there was plenty of reason for me to not really fall on one side or the other. I thought he would be suitable I just didn't think he would play to the level that he did, especially after the Olympics, where he did get, a spot start and didn't impress. And for him to come around in the, last few months there, the way he did, I didn't see it coming at all.
I was confident, Hardy, in terms of you just look at Jeremy's numbers all throughout his career, college. He didn't spend that much time in Providence, but he was outstanding there. He comes up, he's outstanding, and the numbers are always there. And good on him in terms of the Olympics too. This was your number 3 goalie for Team USA behind Hellebuck and Ottinger at last year's tournament at the Four Nations, and then for him to get ahead of Ottinger and to be the number 2, that's not nothing. Mm-hmm. So no, I'm not surprised. You see Jeremy, he's a competitor. He's proud. He remembers every slight. He's just wired that way to prove to everybody that all the circumstances were against him last year, and he was not good. So I think he owned that too, and that he was committed to proving to himself, to his teammates, most importantly, that he was going to be dependable. He was going to be there every day. He was not going to miss camp again, and he was going to be he's going to work every day. And he proved to his teammates, he proved to his new coach, proved to the GM that he was worth that big money deal. And that's why you pay the guy, that he can be that kind of difference maker, and he was.
Well, speaking of guys who got paid, Elias Lindholm's one of those guys, and it was a first guest here on this show to say he was wildly overpaid, and he did not have a good season for the Bruins. And your last line when grading him was, it would serve the Bruins best if he were the number 3 center next season. Is there a way that the Bruins can make sure that can happen?
Yes, John. That depends on the other players. That depends upon Minton and what a rookie season that he had, and then and it's not over. He's going to be playing for Canada overseas for that tournament for the Worlds. So perhaps there's another step that he can take there, playing with guys like in his peer group that are among the best. So good on him. Who knows? Perfect number 3, Fraser. But maybe there's some added power, explosiveness that he can develop this offseason with his training to gain a little bit more quickness, a little bit more acceleration, because the brain is there, the hands are good, so perhaps he could be a top 2. Hagen's, now that's a reach, just because that's a big jump. But he certainly has the skill set to be there. I just don't know if it's next year, especially the way that the coach seems to be inclined to ease him in even next year on the wing, just because it's going to be a lot easier away from the puck for James to acclimate to NHL pace and rigor. So that's tough. And we also know what Zacha has been. Granted, career high, maybe he certainly shot above expectation when it comes to goal scoring, but that's a player that not only Marco loves, every coach would love to have Zacha, just because of the way he touches the game in all areas. So you look at those 3, who knows what Middlestat brings. Maybe he can move back to the middle. I don't know. He seems to like him more on left wing. But those would be the circumstances that could collide to push Elias down. Now, of course, the easiest way is to go get a number 1 center, but the price is just so high, and they have other needs on defense. They have cap space, but not adequate, not abundant there. So that's very, very tough. I think that's going to be difficult to do. So I would guess that it would have to be internal.
It's interesting reading the different beat writers. Fluto, you're pretty certain that Pastrnak would be the captain if it was up to you. Kind of explain that thinking, and is that what kind of importance do you put on that title?
I think, Fred, I remember asking Jim Montgomery a few years ago what kind of leadership qualities he saw in David when he was an alternate captain back then. And Jim had a great point and insight, is that everybody gravitates toward David. Rookie, veteran, young guy, old guy, new guy who's been around for years, that he just has that kind of personality and presence that everybody likes. Is like who's the most popular guy in the rink? It's 88, just because of he's interacting with the fans, he's pitching pucks over the glass, he's doing his thing. There's just something about his personality that makes people just gravitate toward him, and especially, most importantly, his teammates. So I think that's important. I think that's a really nice quality to have as a captain, and he's your best, most accomplished, most consistent skater, most player. So I think it's natural in that way, and. Yeah, we heard the management with Cam and Don both say that they're going to have a captain. And I think he'd be a great choice, just because. And this is a thing that Bruce Cassidy said even years before that. I remember him saying that in terms of Bergeron and Marchand, that he saw, and well, he didn't see, but he surmised that they carried into their play the effect of being on a line with Mark Recchi, that kind of just no quit, doesn't accept no, will do anything to go after the puck, and that was just contagious for those two, and that in turn translates to David's game too. So it's interesting to see all this mishmash of personalities and teammates and ex-teammates and old players. I think all of them can impact just a person and a player like David to the point where I think he would be a very good captain.
Well, Fluto, you read his preseason projections and predictions, and he was on the money. I read every word that he writes. He's in The Athletic. I love him. Covering the Boston Bruins. Fluto Shinzawa, thank you, sir. And hopefully we can be in touch this offseason as things develop.
You got it, Fred. Thank you.
All right, appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Fluto.
Thanks, Fluto. I do read everything Fluto writes. I do read it. I consider him the expert. How about that?
He's the writer of record.
That's what I feel, at least.
What if he were to write like a young adult novel? Would you read it?
Oh, he forays into the work of fiction?
If he did,
is he going to pander, Hardy? Or
No.
Is he going to shoot from the hip?
Does he preach in his day-to-day conversations with us?
No, he's clinical and precise. Is that how he's going to handle fiction?
I think he would have a similar voice when it came to writing a novel.
Simple and to the point.
Well, you know what? And much like Hemingway, a lover of food, so he would probably have vivid descriptions of taste and culinary delights.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever read Richard Ford?
No.
Read Richard Ford. Let me know what you think.
Okay.
It's very on the nose, middle-aged man. It's not a lot going on, but I don't know what to think of it. He wrote a book called The Sports Writer. It has nothing to do with sports, and a book called Independence Day, which won the Pulitzer, and they're pretty much on the nose with the monotony of middle-aged men life.
I don't care for books like that or movies like that. Like what's the Knocked Up? And This Is 40. This Is 40 is the most infuriating movie to watch. I'm like, well,
if you're looking for laughs, these aren't the books.
Yeah,
and not a lot going on. A lot of internal dialogue.
I remember when This Is 40 came out, and it's like I didn't relate to a lot of it, but the stuff that I did, I'm like, yeah, this is life. It's not all that interesting. And, this is just kind of is it a character study? Because I'm not interested in the characters either.
So it's a series of books, and it's about this guy who's been divorced. His 3 kids, one of them died, but he very rarely refers to the death of the kid. It's just this cloud that hangs over things. And he says he's in a state of life called existence, which he claims to be great, but there's no goal or end. It's just the art of existence. He's existing.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Well, he's moved from sports writing to selling real estate. so I can tell you that. Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah, he doesn't really care about his jobs. He went into sports writing because he wanted to do something that was mindless. And he says, there's a line in it, he goes, this is written in like 1984, he goes, when it gets into like too many stats and things, there's a radio guy on and he's doing trivia and he doesn't know the answers to the trivia questions. And he says, if sports ever gets to a point where it's all about statistics and like insight in information about numbers, then it's a dead career.
Then I'll go sell real estate.
That's what he decided to do.
Wow.
Nothing about sports in the book, but it is called The Sports Writer because it's supposed to, him being a sports writer is supposed to kind of be a symbol of him giving up. All right, so because he wanted to be a writer, but so
thanks, Fluto.
Oh, my bad. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
I know. No, you don't know.
Everyone agrees that I'm the only one who's not wrong.
Right or wrong, they're back. Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
Kevin Hart is someone whose career has kind of gotten past me. I don't know if I've seen many things that Kevin Hart has been involved in. I know he's a big star. I see his commercials.
Jumanji.
I did see Jumanji with my daughter, but it's one of those movies I went to see with my daughter where I think neither of us was there for the movie. It was more the soda machine and the popcorn that I was enjoying. But he did a roast. Now, apparently it was live, and it was 3.5 hours long. Now, if it was a good or bad is inconsequential to me. It was 3.5 hours long. Hardy and I talked about it off air yesterday. I think I'm tapping out on the roast. I did enjoy them for many years, and it's not that I think they're bad. I just think that I've reached my limit of roast.
Well, you would enjoy them when you would saunter into Chachi's office and he'd have one of the Dean Martin celebrity roasts on.
Yeah, you ever try to sit through one of those? Boy, oh boy. Even like the abject racism doesn't save them. I mean, it's really hard to watch.
They're all like the Norm Macdonald roast of a roast.
Well, the Saget roast is the best.
Yeah.
Is the greatest. The Bob Saget roast from Bob Saget, who was an incredible human being, to the Norm Macdonald, which is fantastic and didn't land in the room, and that made it 10 times funnier. That's the best one, but I've just about had it. But there was a Tom Brady roast that was just okay. And so here's what opens up the floodgates, is that Tom Brady in a cool leather jacket showed up for the beginning of Kevin Hart's roast. Now, there was a Tom Brady roast, but the thing is that he didn't stay on the dais. So what people are saying is that Tom Brady didn't like the roast of him and people going after his family, which he said was off limits. So is it Netflix that did this? Whoever does the roast said to him, come out, like you can riff on Kevin Hart and then you can leave. Like you don't have to stay on the dais so people can make fun of you. Which, if he doesn't do any of these roasts, this isn't anything. He could have avoided all of this. I don't really know why he's doing it. So obviously what happens on these roasts is even the famous comedians have a team of writers and they sit down and they pitch jokes. But what a lot of people forget about is delivery and how impossible it is to be a stand-up comedian. It's probably the hardest thing in entertainment. It's a true art that is really underappreciated until you hear Tom Brady do it. Now you have to... Tom Brady has these jokes written out for him and handed to him. He is allowed to practice them. And if you ever thought being a stand-up comedian was easy, I bring you Tom Brady. Do I go affair or dad first? What do you want me to do here?
Let's go
dad first.
Okay. Let's go to dad. All right, so Tom Brady's wearing a leather jacket. He is tall. Kevin Hart is very short. He saunters onto stage. And just you tell me why he's doing this, why he's bothering to do this. I'd love to know, but here we go.
Have you even left the forum? Or have you just been here screaming into that mic the last 2 years waiting for daddy to come home?
I don't get the joke, but the delivery's just atrocious. Waiting for daddy to come home.
See, the first thing Brady has against him is he's too good looking. And you can't be like exceptionally attractive I think, and it's a mark against you immediately if you're trying to be funny.
I think there's a lot of women in a lot of internet careers that would disagree with that. I'm leaning more that he's a wooden person that shouldn't be doing any comedy.
What do you mean by women in internet careers?
The kid that is sold out the Garden, Matt Rife. I mean, he's a good-looking kid, and women love him. He's built a whole career on it. So much so that he's tried to rebel against it. I haven't heard of him in a long time, but for a while there, he was quite the comedian.
Well, you think of like the funniest comedians, though, and they have a presence about them, but they're not necessarily inherently good-looking people.
Well, there's two things that are going on there. One, I think genetically you can't be both. And then two, I think it's a survival instinct. In order to continue the species, if you're not good-looking, you have to develop a personality and a sense of humor. So Tom Brady has obviously never had to do that. And so here he is a fish out of water. He's not good at this stuff. It doesn't seem like he wants to. I don't understand why he's doing it. Like, I don't understand the benefit of it. It doesn't do anything for him. He's Tom Brady. He's making hundreds of millions of dollars, being okay at broadcasting. It doesn't. I just don't know why he would subject himself to this.
Well, the daddy coming home joke didn't land, but maybe he'll get funny.
Well, unlike your real dad, I actually showed up.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
And I brought you a jersey.
Oh, you son of a...
No, it's a very small Knicks jersey.
That's newborn size. That fit you?
Give me the
All right, sit down. Hobbit.
So Tom Brady's the only one where Kevin Hart has a mic too, I guess, where they're standing and they've pre-scripted this. I didn't feel that Kevin Hart was actually upset about that joke.
No, I don't think he was.
It's not like Nicholas when you do a dad jokes to him. He don't like that.
Right.
All right, so he continues.
I do have a few words for you before I return to my affairs in Las Vegas. Oh, wait. I'm talking about affairs in Las Vegas. Was that off? Not supposed to talk about affairs in Vegas? You took a lot of shots at my family, but I'm too classy to go after your beautiful wife. Where am I? What's up, girl? Woo! So what was it that you were screaming at my Rose? Time to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Who's squirming that little high chair now? Put a pillow underneath, make it look taller.
Yeah, he's short, and he had an affair with a woman in Las Vegas. And there you go. I don't understand why he does it. He's terrible at it, and I don't know what
it's not becoming of an owner in the NFL.
But he's also an owner in the NFL. Like, why are you doing roast?
Just choose. You can't be regular folks and an owner in the National Football League and on television.
Well, no, no. That's not even. You can if you're talented at it. He's not good at it, and I just don't know what it does for him. I don't understand. He's already an owner. He's already on TV. Like, Joe Buck doesn't have to go around doing roasts. Troy Aikman doesn't have to go around doing roasts. Why the hell is he doing that?
And for somebody who was so consumed with his brand for so many years, it's an odd thing to do because I don't know what his brand is anymore.
Well, it's not. I would think it's better for his brand to be made fun of than to stand up there and deliver jokes awkwardly. It doesn't. It just shows that he's not funny, and it shows that he's not even really human. He just is. He doesn't sound like a person because like those aren't even tough jokes to deliver if you said them conversationally.
Everything with him still seems very manufactured, very scripted.
Yeah,
very. It's all calculated.
And that's fine. My point is that he doesn't have to not be calculated. He doesn't have to not be scripted. What is the need to not be that way? He's had tremendous success. He continues to have tremendous success. You're terrible at this.
Right.
Just stop doing it. No one came out of that going, wow, that was great. And you knew it wasn't going to be good. Everyone around him knew it wasn't going to be good. I don't understand why he's doing it. That's the fascinating thing to me. It's why continue to do something that you're so bad at? And then people go, why am I listening to you on the radio? And I saw your joke before you even thought it. Don't turn it on me. I'll catch you to the quick. You know? All right.
I didn't say it this time.
No, I was thinking of the audience.
I know. But I speak for the audience a lot.
Yeah, in your mind, you're an everyman. I roll. All right.
Mostly for the people listening to you, I feel like I have to give them a voice.
All right. That's unnecessary. I'll tell you that. All right, we'll be back
It's a valuable service I provide.
in just a moment.